Uh, Good evening. My name is Avi Rothner. I'm the president of Altitude Health Services. Mr. Chairman, Chautauqua County legislators, thanks for having me. I heard a lot of different opinions. I'm sure very few people's minds were changed. I think it's important that all of you understand that as of right now, I have no dog. I have no dog in this fight. If you want to keep the home, I respect that. I understand that. If you want to sell the home, I respect and I understand that. To the extent that you want to sell the home, I would like to be the person that buys it.
Everybody wants to know how many nursing homes you own. Is the list small enough you can tell us, or do you need to give it to us? And we're talking any nursing home that you have any kind of interest in whatsoever.
The list is probably longer than I can remember. Some of those are held in, I'm the beneficiary of a family trust. Some of those are held with me as an individual. But if you're I'm much more concerned about the facilities that I actually operate, which are number 5. 2 in Lincoln, Nebraska, 2 in Tucson, Arizona, and 1 in Hutchinson, Kansas.
So all your nursing homes are under the umbrella of Altitude Health Services?
Those 5, yes.
Okay. What is Hunter Management, and are you associated with them in any way?
Hunter Management is a family office. It just runs our, I would say it's a consulting and advisory service that runs our family's investments. I am associated with it. That's my father's company. And I am an employee there. I'm receive compensation from a number of different sources, including Hunter Management.
Something that's been zooming around the internet here for quite some time, your name appears on a list of the 10 worst nursing home operators in Illinois. Can you tell us why and what that's all about?
I'm sure I can't tell you why, because the list is probably privately compiled. There's no Illinois bad boy list. Doesn't exist.
The Chicago Reporter newspaper, using Illinois Department of Public Health data, published a list of the 10 worst nursing home owners in Illinois. That list included William Avi Rothner, who owns 8 of those nursing homes.
What's the methodology that they're using?
I have no idea. That's why I'm just asking you.
As I mentioned here,
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was Medicaid star ratings.
I hate star ratings.
You own
I hate
the
them.
largest number of one-star rated nursing homes in Illinois, according to this report.
And that's as of when?
In the Chicago Reporter, probably May 28th, 2009, it says here.
Okay, so that's 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. You'll have to ask the Chicago Reporter.
I'm assuming that Eric Rothner is your father, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Most of the people who are against you associate you with Eric Rothner, and supposedly he has had nursing home problems, and seeing as you are part of the same company that he is part of, since it is a family organization. I guess what I'm asking is, can you clarify that up for us? What's your relationship with the family-owned business? Is your family-owned business this terrible thing that they're saying that it is, or is that just...
It's all that and much worse, I'm sure. The question's kind of, I mean, am I associated? This is my father. We go to work together every day.
That, yeah.
I love my dad, and we work together, and I'm privileged and blessed to do that. I'm not sure, what would you like me to tell you?
I'm just trying to clear up some of the statements that have been made by others. I read the internet blogs and all this stuff every day, and the people on these blogs that are against you in particular are saying that your family business is amongst the worst nursing home operators in America, and seeing as you are part of that company, that you're not qualified or capable in taking over the county home. I just want to give you an opportunity to respond to that.
Is that your question?
You have a financial stake in these companies that have a track record of abuse and neglect. How do you reconcile that with the good standing operations you're assuring us for our Chautauqua County Home?
Well, I think without any, I mean, I don't know what your proof is that there's, I'm sorry, abuse and a pattern of abuse and neglect. I can tell you that my father owns absolutely none of the 5 facilities that I oversee and consult to. He owns none of Altitude Health Services whatsoever.
However, since 2008, Eric Rothner and David Aronin have been listed as the owners of Homestead Nursing and Rehabilitation Center according to the Nebraska Secretary of State. And Eric Rothner has been listed as the owner according to the Lancaster County Treasurer.
And I'm going to have to call him tonight and tell him that I hate having to do this. I think it's ridiculous, but I'm certainly willing to, you know, I want to help you and answer all your questions.
Avi Rothner told the Chautauqua County Legislature that they should be concerned with the 5 facilities he operates. But Illinois state records show Rothner has significant ownership in over a dozen nursing homes. They include Wheaton Care Center, Chateau Nursing and Rehab, Grassmere Place, Lakewood Nursing and Rehab, Lamont Nursing and Rehab, Snow Valley Nursing and Rehab, Sheridan Shores Care and Rehabilitation, Tri-State Nursing and Rehabilitation, and Neighbors Rehabilitation Center.
Right now, we're facing the choice of selecting a buyer for our county home.
Right.
All of us, 25, I guarantee here, whether we support or oppose the sale of the county home, we all agree that the quality of care of those residents and the future residents in that home is our bottom line. So we are asking you to demonstrate to us that you're going to offer that kind of quality care.
Sure.
And I'm just wondering, I believe my colleagues are as well, as Mr. Barmer was saying, is how do you reconcile some of these reports? There are many, it looks like you have many there as well,
Actually, I have none.
with your promises for our county home in the future.
Well, I can only point to my particular experience. As I mentioned, the first facility was Homestead. It was on the special focus facility list. And it's now a 4-star facility. And we have the former chief state surveyor, who's our director of nurses. Lancaster County's nursing home was losing money. It's now making money.
Do you have an association with Gianni and Barish? And I have no idea if I'm pronouncing these correctly, but they're I should
Mike
let Mr.
Giannini,
DeJoe
Brian
answer.
Barish. Yes,
Yes. What is the association?
they're my father's partners.
Okay. Do you have any financial interest in any of their companies?
I believe that I do.
William Rothner is also a partner of Michael Giannini and Brian Barish, according to the Illinois Department of Public Health ownership records.
A 2009 Tribune article.
Chicago Tribune, October 10, 2009. Michael Giannini and Brian Barish paid a $2 million settlement to the U.S. Justice Department after pleading guilty to felony money laundering charges.
They were barred from the program. They were barred from the state Medicaid program. Go ahead, continue.
Sounds like they should have been. 2009 Tribune article quoted Barish as proudly stating that he had owned a nursing home facility called Maplewood Care for a couple decades. And in the article, you know, he is quoted as taking ownership. But then when the elderly resident was raped in 2009 in his home, one of his residents, he was quoted again saying in the same article, "I have nothing to do with the day-to-day operations of Maplewood Care." So I guess just citing this specific example, well, number one, let me ask your feelings on that. I mean, you are part owner of this facility where I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, we don't have people raped in nursing homes in Chautauqua County, number one. But number two, and more specifically, one of your associated partners then is shirking responsibility or not taking responsibility or not involved in the day-to-day responsibility of his nursing home, will you be involved in the day-to-day operations of the county home?
I let the administrators do their work. I let the directors of nurses do their work. I don't get involved in, you know,
The residents' safety and well-being?
I certainly wasn't involved in Maplewood Cares, that's for sure.
Do you take responsibility as a part owner? Or what are your, let me be more fair, I'll be more fair. What are your feelings about that incident?
I can't tell you what was or what wasn't in Brian's head when he said that, Mr. Barish's head, and I really couldn't tell you. What I can tell you is that my involvement with my facilities, it's personal. It's my business.
It is certainly not a business to the Chautauqua County Home. This is a public service. This is about providing a quality of care to those most vulnerable in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. My first question is, what is your relationship with Marcus and Millichap?
I have no relationship with Marcus and Millichap.
Ever dealt with them ever before?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I dealt with them. They're one of the largest brokerage houses for senior living in the country, I think.
And how many do you, not that you consult with them, but how many homes have you purchased through them?
A number, several,
How
few.
many? How many?
I don't know.
Well, you got to know. I mean, you're awfully slick, and you seem to know an awful lot about a lot of things. So how many homes?
I'm a lot of things, but slick is not one of them. You can
Well,
ask
I
my
bet you there'd be
wife.
people here that would be that differentiate with that. But how many times have you purchased homes with Marcus Millichap?
As I mentioned, it's more than one. I can tell you the Pima County facility was bought from them.
The only reason I'm asking, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. What I'm
It's
having
okay.
a hard-
I'm
what
answering the best of my ability.
All right. And what I'm having a hard time with is we only have this one not-for-profit when the RFPs come out that now it's you. You know, I'm wondering, from day one, I've never known how this RFP procedure works, and I just find it somewhat strange that when we have a facility like we have, that only one for-profit comes forward, and I'm looking for the relationship between you and your organization and the people who marketed. I think there's a lot of hand-in-hand stuff going on here. But like I said, I didn't have enough time to know you're going to be here tonight, but that's the way it appears to me.
Do you have any additional information about this hand-in-hand? I mean, I don't know what hand-in-hand means.
Well, I'm just saying, well, you can't tell me how many times you purchased from them, correct? Or
As
how
I
many
mentioned,
times-
I'm certainly not ducking the question. It's for sure more than one, and it's less than
Is it?
100. I mean, it's
Then less than 100.
and it's less than 20, and it's less than. But my father has had a long relationship with Mark Myers. I've had a relationship with Mark Myers because they're in the business of selling nursing homes, and we're in the business of buying nursing homes.
I understand that. I'm just looking for the relationship and what the relationship was. That's what I'm after.
Avi Rothner, along with Mark Myers of Marcus and Millichap, were speakers at the Deal Makers Forum, October 11th, 2012. The subject was skilled nursing facilities, buying, selling, and valuing for Levin Associates conferences. Avi Rothner was described as having led acquisitions of over 20 skilled nursing facilities in several states.
Number two, what types of negotiations have you already entered into with this administration?
None
None whatsoever.
whatsoever.
You haven't talked about I believe there is some parameters of what would be involved as to if that go with the selling of the home. You haven't discussed those with anyone?
I was here 4 months ago to the day where they had a preliminary interview. The county executive was there. The county attorney was there. None.
And you're saying you had you're saying no negotiations whatsoever on the sale of this home?
No. None. Zero.
Do you mind, because you buy and sell these all the time, do you mind telling me the name of the law firm you deal with that handles the sales?
The sales?
Yes, or the purchase. I'm sorry, the purchases.
You're asking the name of my attorney?
Yes.
Stephen Scher.
And does he specialize in the sale or the purchase of nursing homes?
Yes.
That's,
Thank you, Mr. Coughlin. Anybody else?
The Chautauqua County Home has
Sure.
a purpose of being a safety net nursing home. In other words, local nursing homes, when they have residents who are too expensive to care for, they lose money on them. They send them to the Chautauqua County Home. Will you purposely make sure that the Chautauqua County Nursing Home remains a safety net home, taking residents that cost more than you get money in reimbursements, without denying anybody entrance?
Without denying anybody entrance, I can't say that. I can tell you that we've taken residents that we've lost money on, that's no question. But consistently taking residents that we're going to lose money on means we will go out of business.
Mr. Erlinson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Rothner, this legislature played a major role in putting 14 conditions on the sale of the home to potential buyers. In your experience, are conditions such as the 14 that we placed common? Secondly, did those conditions in any way influence your proposal? And third, excuse me, in your experience, has this been a deterrent, or would this be a deterrent to anyone else, any potential purchaser being interested in the acquisition of this home?
So to answer your question is, some of these are common, some of them are a little bit less common. As terms of influencing my proposal, I don't want to spill a little too much of what I call the secret sauce, but of course they influence I mean, if you didn't ask, I probably wouldn't answer. So if it's just, hey, come and buy our nursing home, best offer, well, then there wouldn't have been language that mentions these specific things. I'm sure that we crafted a response that met many, and I'm guessing all of the sale points.
This gentleman, I agree. I mean, he's not coming here abrasively, and he's sitting, in a very polite way and answering all of our questions, and we do appreciate that and respect him for that. However, he's a grown man. I mean, this is not a child. His father did not force his partial ownership of businesses upon him. This is not a gift that, he needs to play with to be nice and show respect to his father. I mean, these are conscious decisions that...
Keep it right here.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, clearly these are conscious decisions that an adult is making to have a financial interest, to have an ownership stake in nursing homes. He needs to take responsibility for the conduct of those nursing homes because he is a part owner of those nursing homes. This is the Chicago community, again, from my friend that's an attorney in Chicago, who was very familiar with your...
Can I ask who? I mean, maybe they're a personal injury attorney.
No, he is not, and actually he asked that I keep his name confidential because he was concerned about the repercussions. But no, he said, this guy does extensive business and tends to be fast and loose. Not illegal per se.
Was he talking about me? I'm sorry, was he talking about me?
The business.
No, he tends to be fast and loose. Was he talking about me?
He was talking about the partnership, the Rothner partnerships.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Go ahead.
There's been, he said,
he tends to be fast and loose. He is one person. So is it the partnerships or is it one person? I'm confused. Well, you know the person, so...
Sure. He recognized the partnerships. He recognized the names that I was
He tends to
citing
play
them.
fast and loose.
Yes. Okay.
He.
I'm going to continue because I'm asking the questions here and I'm providing the evidence. But Chicago
Quickly, please, quickly.
Sure. The Chicago Tribune has done an huge expose on this. The reason being is their well-known questionable practices. It's just like having a slumlord, essentially. You do what you have to do to get by. They've been written up by have been written up by every government agency under the sun. They are in the business to make money. There's no doubt about that. You know, although Mr. Barmer has said you're a caring individual, I haven't once in your entire response set here heard you talk about the people, talk about the care. I don't think I've heard you say that word care. This is what nursing homes are all about. It's about caring for residents.
Yeah, the more I guarantee that I will absolutely do and I will never do and I will always do, I think, A, the more it hems you in on a realistic basis. You're right. I mean, don't believe it if I say, you know, that's why I'm saying there are some absolutes. But in general, I have to leave everything open to let's all work together and let's see how it goes.
Chicago Tribune, April 16th, 2012. Health inspectors have filed 5 immediate jeopardy citations against Rainbow Beach since 2009. This is a nursing home with a track record of serious violations and a poor track record of fixing problems, said Ann Spillane, Chief of Staff of the Illinois Attorney General's Office. Eric Rothner is listed as the facility's majority owner. The facility's ownership company is now managed by 2 of Rothner's relatives for the benefit of a private trust. In partnership with close relatives, Rothner has had an ownership stake or administrative role in more than a dozen Illinois nursing facilities.
I just think this whole deal smells. You have got, all of a sudden, the county executive wants to sell the home. All of a sudden, Marcel and Millsap walk in and they say, hey, what, you know, we're in the business of making money, but the hell with you talk, we're just gonna help you out. We're gonna sell your home for you. You don't have to pay us anything. We're just gonna be good guys. And what do? They put out their RFP. Who comes back with the RFP for a private home? One individual. One individual who has had a relationship of which he doesn't know whether he's bought 1 home or 2 homes or 10 homes or 100, but he did say he only owned 5. So I don't know, I mean, his credibility was nothing. And it seems awfully strange to me that there's only one RFP that came from one person that knew what was going on here, and I just think the whole thing smells. And if it stinks, I'd look into it.
Thank you.
I think probably the most important condition that the legislator should consider is that it go to a buyer who runs high-quality nursing homes. We currently have a high-quality nursing home, and for the health of the community, it needs to continue to be a high-quality nursing home. So, you know, I do have reservations on the current purchaser, and I think there are questions there that need to be answered.
I believe that if the county home is sold to a private investor, it should be a private investor that has all the patients' interests in mind, that they're going to continue to render the same care that they're getting right now. It shouldn't be to somebody who's only interested in getting a home because of money. And from what I understand, that the people that are interested in getting a county home now, their track record isn't too great.
That home is very important to the north end of the county, which is very important for the care of the seniors in the entire county. We have enough nursing home beds in the south end, and they also added on many assisted living beds, Lutheran and Heritage have. And so we don't have a shortage in the south end, but in the north end I think there's a significant shortage of assisted living.
If the county home is going to be sold, it should be to someone who has a great track record of treating patients with respect, treating patients to make sure that they get excellent care, and to make sure that if we're going to have a home here in the county, that it's going to be something that we're not hesitant to have our parents and grandparents be a part of, be treated in.
I know there's been questions in Illinois and in Nebraska, and running of some of the homes. And I think the legislators need to look into that seriously. This is really important. It's a high-quality home, and it needs to continue to be so for the health of the community.
I strongly urge you to vote no. You know, please vote no and make sure that we continue to get the good care that they deserve.